Tristan, obviously getting the opportunity that you did at the end of that Tulsa game, what were the emotions like for you stepping out on the field and settling into the game the way you did?
It felt really good, honestly. Like I was able to represent well, not only for me but for my team and for my family. But I feel like a lot of people was asking me if I was nervous or something, but I feel like it just, I don't know, it kind of just came natural to me. Just felt like I was meant to be in that spot at that time. So yeah, it felt great.
For sure. And what drew you to Oregon State initially, being able to come here?
Well, honestly, when I was, I have an older brother, and he went through the recruiting process as well. So when we visited here, I don't know, something about it just hit me well. Like I've been wanting to come here since I was a kid. So when I was given the opportunity, I just wanted to take advantage of that.
And obviously been a challenging season. What's it been like for you, going through that as a young guy, just starting out here in college football?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the greatest situation, but just being around the guys has helped a lot. We've kept a persevering attitude. Just got to keep battling through and never give up. Like if you start something, you got to finish it. And that was just kind of something I was instilled with growing up.
I think it doesn't get talked enough about how difficult it is for a freshman to really get adjusted to the college level. You handled yourself really well in that first game, but obviously not enrolling early, showing up here in the summer. What's the process been like, kind of over the last 6 months?
Well, when I first got here, I was determined to, just battle for that first spot. So I was studying every day, watching film, going over the play with my coaches or teammates. And then the process, it was I think it's kind of what you expect, what people say it out to be. It's time consuming, but it's worth it. And I know everything happens for a reason, so it was definitely, I enjoyed the process.
The Tulsa game, you start out with what was going to be a horrendous negative play, and then you get a do-over on that. What's the emotion when you realize, you're going to get a second chance at that? Did you feel like, did that help settle you down, or how did you respond to that?
Yeah, I know, I think another thing I was installed growing up by my parents, all my family, if you get knocked down 6 times, 7 times, come back up 8. So that play happening, I think it's, like you said, it really helped me settle down. It's my time, I need to get going. It's I need to bounce back. I can't just let that keep me down.
What do you feel like was just really working for you during the Tulsa game that you felt like you've seen in practice that maybe we haven't seen?
I think you guys kind of asked Cy earlier, about me on scout. I think being in scout really helped me, with my pocket presence and just being patient in the pocket. So I think that was really going good for me during the Tulsa game.
Were you chopping them up on scout?
I believe I like to do. I believe so, yeah.
For sure.
But there are some days they would do good, but I feel most of the time I was getting them where I needed to.
Have you felt that sort of excitement that the fan base has had around how you performed in that game?
Yes, I felt some of it. I would go on Twitter and see a lot of the things, but I try not to let that get to my head because I know that can lead to some, me being overconfident or something, so try to leave that out and let me do my own thing.
Last game against the Cougars, a real low-scoring defensive battle. How do you see this game going, and what does this offense have to do to maybe have a little more success than it had the first game?
Well, this game, I'm trying to take full advantage of whether I play or not, and if I do, I'm going in with the mindset that I'm going to put up 100 points. I know, obviously that's impossible, but if you reach for the stars, even if you follow, you'll still be in the sky. So I know going with a mindset like that, whether you drop low or not, it'll still end up good, because I know, like I said, everything happens for a reason. So I believe just us, playing hard, doing what we need to do fast and physical will get us in the right spot.
Who are the people that you've leaned on this year in terms of mentorship and trying to adjust to things?
Definitely my guys in the quarterback room, Malik, Jabari, Cal, they've helped a bunch. Then my coaches, Coach Gundy and Coach Langs, all of them helped me throughout this whole process. And then, like Cy said, him and a lot of the other Polynesian guys, we've connected really well. They helped, this transition be very smooth and very enjoyable.
Just looking back at that Washington State game, where were some areas you felt like the offense kind of struggled that you want to work to kind of improve this game?
I want us to be able to push the ball downfield more, just try and pick apart their defense so that we can also open up our run game to let Hankerson do his thing as well.
You know, growing up, did you have an inspiration as a quarterback, maybe the guy you looked up to, a guy you watched a lot of film on?
Well, actually, growing up, I was playing receiver and DB.
Okay.
And football wasn't my main sport. It was baseball and basketball. So when I first started getting into football, like real tackle football, my freshman year was when I went to quarterback. And I guess I felt like my game play mostly looked more so around like Patrick Mahomes. But something me and my dad was always talking about was more like a lot of Tom Brady, just because his mindset is like top of the game, and that's something we want to be able to like replicate as well.
What position you play on the baseball field?
I was shortstop.
You still think you can hack it out there? Or?
I can, yeah, I do think so.
Obviously, a lot up in the air right now in terms of coaching change and different things that are going to happen. For you, what is that process going to look like in terms of your future? Is that a future conversation with whoever's hired here? What do you want your future to look like?
Yeah, so I definitely do want to stay here. So whether we get a new coach or not, I want to, however that future conversation looks out, I would want the chance just to be able to compete and stay here for that spot. And if everything happens in the way that I want it to, then I'll still be here. But if not, obviously I'll have to find a new spot. But hopefully everything ends up well.
For sure.
You said you visited here when you were younger, and it seems like you're really committed to this place as a guy who's from out of state. What is it about Corvallis or Oregon State that has really made you want to put roots down?
I don't know. It's something about the culture here. It's just like made it feel like home for me. It's like a second home almost. Like all the people here, the facilities, the school. It's just like it's similar to the way my hometown was. So that's just what I really like.
Got a favorite place in town to eat?
I grew a good liking to Bow and Vine. Those burgers are actually really good.
With the receivers that you were working with the scout team, is there anybody that you've developed a relationship with? You feel like you have a real chemistry and the timing is down?
I think one person that I was working with almost every day during fall camp was Eddie Freehoff. I think we've built a good chemistry just because every day after practice, he would ask me what else. I would ask him if we wanted to throw after. So I think that was one big relationship that we've grown.